AITA for giving my mom the silent treatment after I found out she was pregnant. I will try to be as direct as possible. I, 20 female, always had a complicated relationship with my mother. Throughout my childhood, she always had problems with addiction. Basically, what I remember from my childhood with her is living with her until things got so bad that her family had to step in, moving in with them, my mom getting better, then moving back in with her only for her to get worse, and the cycle to start all over again. However, since I was 13 I live with my uncles. They are incredible and they have always been the parents I needed, but since then my mother has not asked me to stay with her again. My uncles always explained that she had a disease and her leaving me with them was proof of her love for me. You can imagine that my relationship with her has always been complicated, but I've always tried to understand that this is something that is out of her control. In the last months, she's been on a good streak again, stopping all that shit. She's moved in with a new boyfriend, and he seems to be someone that wants to help her out. We don't see each other much, but I try to call her at least every 15 days, and my parents always try to report to me about her improvements. However, last week, after a long time, she was the one that called me and asked me to go out. I tried not to get too excited because I already know what she's like, but at the same time I was happy. When we met, she explained how her boyfriend has helped her to cut 100% contact with anyone who influences her to go back to addiction, and how she wants to be a better person. She even started therapy and went to rehab for a while. I said I was very happy and asked what finally motivated her to make that decision, and then she told me that he helped her, but that the big motivator that gave her strength is that they decided to start a family, and that she wanted to meet me in person to let me know that she is pregnant. She said she needed to be better, to be present, and that is what is helping her focus on recovery. It hurt me, you know, that they were worth it, but I wasn't. I decided to leave before our lunch was even over and ignored all forms of contact from her thereafter. As people say, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything. However, yesterday her boyfriend called me. I answered because I didn't have his number saved, and he started yelling at me. He said I was an asshole, that if not for him I would never have contact with his family. Apparently no one knows where my mom is, and what hindered her improvement was my attitude. My grandparents are also angry with me and said that I'm very irresponsible, and that I didn't have emotional responsibility with someone very vulnerable. My parents said I didn't do anything wrong, but I have my doubts. Am I the a-hole?